Hello all, my name is Dina Wilkie and I am presenting the executive summary for my study proposal. Would direct care workers in the home care sector benefit from cooperative development? The scope of this research question involves home care workers, which are a subset of direct care workers differentiated from home health workers and other care providers, and that they provide non-medical care. Per the Bureau of Labor Statistics, this includes 3 occupations: personal care aides, home health aides, and nursing assistants. As of 2019, there were approximately 2.3 million home care workers in the U.S. This research question is contextualized firstly by demand. An industry already plagued with issues expects care needs to triple between 2010 and 2050. Secondly, caring labor is precarious work, characterized by low wages, stressful psychosocial conditions, physical hazards, and unpredictable schedules and hours. And its women, minority, and immigrant demographic is disproportionately impacted by these circumstances. Industry-wide, home care workers are historically subject to these unfavorable circumstances of precarious work, which foster persistently poor job quality, contributing to stress, injury, job dissatisfaction, and burnout. Moreover, myriad issues at all levels, not only for workers, but for employers, their clientele, and society at large. The literature review began with a pre-existing review of the workforce literature, which determined the average home care worker demographic as female, 36 to 45 years old, with high school education or less. Additionally, that home care workers are on average older and more likely to be immigrants than those working in other settings, such as hospitals and nursing homes. Furthermore, that home care workers experience lower job stability, earned less, worked the fewest hours, and were less likely to have fringe benefits, as well as comparatively higher risk of injury. Statistics show that home care workers collectively are injured on the job at rates as high as 144 per 10,000 workers, assumed to be underreported, compared with 100 per 10,000 among U.S. workers overall. There is a dearth of sufficient and standardized home care worker training, not only regarding physical hazards, such as those associated with client transfers, but relational and self-management skills required of social and emotional labor that is inherent to the care they provide. Findings suggest that a worker cooperative organizational form can be a key differentiator in alleviating some aspects of precarious work. One study of home care cooperatives found, among other benefits, that their workers received training beyond mandatory minimums and participated in decision-making. Finally, the call for further research to inform industry practices and interventions was evident. The cooperative structure and its associated range of worker-centered employment practices, but also just rigorous surveying of direct care workers to explore their needs, aspirations, and experiences on the job. So, this study aims to determine home care workers' perceptions of their current working conditions in terms of training, safety and hazards, stress and injury, and overall job satisfaction, in addition to their perceptions of worker-centered employment practices, or those characteristic of worker cooperatives, in order to identify corresponding areas to be addressed via such interventions or furthering along cooperative development. The precedence for the potential benefits of the worker cooperative organizational form for home care workers has been established via the literature review. This study seeks to, as we say, paint its stroke by employing a survey designed to garner input from the local home care worker population. A Qualtrics questionnaire will be distributed. Sample questions shown here. This understood to be a purposive representative sample with external validity But as a researcher, I am intimately motivated by my experience in the home care industry as both a caregiver and administrator in the greater Milwaukee area. Survey design means essentially the respondents are the independent variables and their subjective responses the dependent variables. Additionally, limitations include low return rate, and it presents the possibility of instrumentation, response, and researcher bias. The according Qualtrics analytical features will be utilized, Text IQ for written responses, and Stats IQ to assign numerical values to scale categories and calculate all the percentages and counts. So, results. The aim is to draw inferences from the figures rendered by analysis, align these with any beneficial interventions, and hopefully inform further cooperative development, and ultimately share it with participants in the wider community. My presentation references are provided here. Thank you for your time, and I welcome your input.